A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. So it was R.R. Martin, my favorite writer. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm SITI Nurul Jannah, BINTI.WAHED, the youngest and obviously the cutest of my siblings. I have an older sister who I look up to as a role model. I'm currently in the 6th grade in SK JOHARI, serving my duties as a diligent student and the prefect. I have lots of hobbies including reading. Reading has always been a passion of mine since I was a toddler. My favorite genres are non-fiction, horror, and comic books. Besides reading challenging books, I also love a good challenge in life. I have participated in numerous competitions in school. Some of my best achievements are getting an award for Nilam in 2017 and top student back in 2018 and 2019. I've also participated in a competition called Joint Edu Challenge IR 4.0 2022 state level. My proudest moment is getting 3rd place in Microbit Innovation and Robotics Competition 2022 national level. Okay, enough about me. Let's talk about the books. In front of me, I have 5 books that I've recently read titled Rocks and Minerals by Michael O'Donoghue, Cultures of the World France by Isol Carol Goffin, 3 Book Pixies by Enid Blyton, The Moon's Embrace by Irene, and lastly, Folk Tales from Around the World by Sulaiman Zakaya. I've chosen to review Folk Tales from Around the World by Sulaiman Zakaya. This book contains 5 chapters, including 64 pages in total, and was published in 2012. It falls within the fiction, folk literature, and tales genre. I chose the 3rd chapter from the book titled Treasure in Pagoda, China. Treasure in Pagoda, China is about a rich old man who lives in a small village. When his parents died, the old man inherited all his parents' wealth. As he was a hard-working man, he became wealthier. However, the old man doesn't have a family whom he could leave his wealth to. With his money, he decided to build a beautiful pagoda near his house. It is indeed his favorite place. As he was getting older, he knew he wouldn't live long. He wanted to leave his wealth to someone who was kind and deserving. His relatives and some of the villagers heard that the old man was trying to find someone to inherit his wealth. And all of them started being nice to him and visit him more often, hoping he would leave his wealth to them. He knew that the villagers and relatives are being nice to him because they wanted his wealth. He then died a week later, but before he died, he wrote a note on a piece of paper and placed it in the box. At the old man's funeral, all of the relatives fought on who will get to inherit his wealth. They were disappointed when they were informed that the old man did not leave a will. A few officers went to the old man's house and found a letter under the mattress. In the letter was written, "On a beautiful afternoon at 3 o'clock, he shall inherit my wealth at the pagoda." Everybody scratched their head in confusion as they didn't understand what the letter meant. But after a wise man told them what it meant, they thanked him. Since that day, everyone in the village went to the pagoda at 3 o'clock looking for the old man's will. Many thought it was hidden in the pagoda. Everyone was pushing and shoving each other around. The sight was horrible. The pagoda looked like as if it was about to collapse. Suddenly, a 17-year-old boy named Levi passed by the pagoda and was curious of what was happening. He went up to a man and asked him on why there were so many people. The man told Levi to look at the letter posted on the pole. Levi read the letter several times and eventually understood it. The following day, he went to the pagoda at exactly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Soon, the sun shone on the pagoda and a shadow appeared on the ground. He went home and returned with a shovel. He dug up at the spot where the pagoda was pointing as shown on page 38. Everyone thought he was crazy and laughed at him. Levi ignored and continued digging. Several minutes later, he found a box with the letter inside of it. Levi inherited all of the old man's wealth. He became very successful and always had the power. This chapter is very interesting to read as you can learn multiple lessons from it. The main characters in this chapter are the old man and Levi, where they use the intelligence to gain success. This is demonstrated by the two thinking outside of the box. This chapter shows that love should be genuine and not be driven by greed. Other than that, we also need to teach ourselves to not make fun of others, but instead be generous. Thank you for your attention.